Hey, little me. Remember that time I drew the line in the sand? A little tax reminded me of it. Drew a line. Well, I changed my mind. I'm a man, I'm allowed to do that. You can't hold me to things that, well, I just don't believe anymore. See, I'm a learner, little me. And well, see, you think I'm crazy. And I think I have faith in God. And therefore, God channels with me. And well, He tells me my purpose to be on earth is to spread the love, buddy. And well, in order to have true love, you can't be forced. So you need to have free will. The other thing that you need for true love is truth. You can't be living in an illusion of things. It has to be brought to you truthfully. And well, I'm a Heyoka, and I do things a little bit backwards. And well, I might upset you because, well, I tell you the truth, and well, you either fail to listen or you're just really fucking stupid and just don't get it. Little me. You never answer me on how your kids are good, how you're tucking them in at night and teaching them the right fucking lessons, and how that's gonna be a big man, and how you're doing a good job as a fucking daddy. Hey, little me, are you doing a good job? By ignoring the WEF, where you can't even tell me where I'm wrong. I make a video of you. He tells you you're a piece of shit. He tells you you're coming after the youth with drugs and video games. Huh? Little me? Are they not? But then again, hey, are the borders open right now? I mean, it's just not a fucking USA problem anymore, Barbudsky. And she's a Canada problem too. We got them all in Toronto living on the streets. We're handing out money to them. Handing out money. Well, did you see my? Well, you wouldn't have, but I did this TikTok. It's fucking brutal, dude. Do you know that global Canada, so that would still be the Canadian tax dollars, dude, we gave the WEF $22 million. And then on top of that, we give the WHO millions of dollars and the United Nations on top of that. So why are we paying for all these governing bodies? Like when our tax dollars are supposed to be going to our government to do their job. But they're unwilling to do their job, so they're going to pay the WEF to take over for us. We're funding our own demise. Do you not get that, little me? We are funding our own demise. Like the money that BlackRock and Vanguard and all these pieces of shit have, well, it's not really their money. They're just making it off of you guys. That's all. And, well, they can make shit crumble whenever they want, and they know how to keep their money, but because they knows what's coming. They knows what's coming. So they're always on the good end. But hey, maybe I'm wrong. But then again, hey, little me, did you know that BlackRock owns the biggest supercomputer, like AI thing? BlackRock. BlackRock. And you should go and check and see if people from BlackRock go to the WEF functions and all that sort of stuff. Look into the Bilderberg group too. Hey, tell me how your kids are going to be doing good. But then again, you got them all tucked in. This border thing's not a problem. The fentanyl thing, are you gonna like, what are you going to do if one of your kids decide that they want to try marijuana? And, well, do you think you've tucked them in and made them good where their friends can convince them to, do some weed because, well, dad's doing it? How much can it hurt? Well, it's all it takes now, eh? A little fentanyl laced in there. What happens if your child becomes one of those children every 11 minutes? It's 11 minutes now, man. They're just starting to flow through the border. Real nice like. How low do you think you can take it, little me, before you actually fucking do something? Or if something was to happen to your child, what do you want to do? Sit there and play victim because fucking Joe Biden fucking opened up the borders and it's his fault? Well, you sat there and fucking watched it happen. Because listen, this is one thing that fucking pisses me off. I'm going to tell you. This gut-filled guy on Fox News, I'm going to be straight up and honest because God says love. True. Give it to him straight. This guy trying to make himself look like a hero. Like Canada needs his help. Like some of us don't know that Justin Trudeau's dirty, but at least we have to look for the information because he can put a sentence together. He can deceive a little bit easier than your guy Joe Biden. But hey, there's only an array of fucking shit on a laptop that's been floating around since when? Before the man got elected. And you know there's 52 FBI agents that are dirtier than fuck. And you're not talking about it every day. You're not talking about that laptop every day saying, where the fuck is our answer? This guy might be fucking into some bad shit. Get him the fuck out of office. But no, the news, they'll tone it down. But hey, Gutfeld, if you ever watch this, where are you sitting right now, bud? Well, we're sitting in the same place because of you guys. But you guys are so much braver and you're going to help us out of our situation. If there was a war, what kind of shape are we in, Gutfeld? Huh? Do you have supplies? Where do you get those supplies from? Where you can get the money to get new supplies? Because right soon, Gutfeld, our money ain't going to be worth nothing. You know, with a gold-backed currency and ours just being manufactured. And how do we fight this war with? How do we do it, Gutfeld? Hey, like we all know, right? Like the reason the gas is even where it's at is, well, Biden's been taken out of the reserves. He even sold some stuff out of the reserves. So what happens when the reserves are gone? Because you're not pumping any extra. It doesn't take a rocket scientist, there, little me, to figure out, hey, if you're not pumping more and you're taking out of the reserves, you're not adding to the reserves, sooner or later, you're going to get fucked. Like how hard is this to figure out, little me? Like you're in a whole boatload of trouble, bud, and you just don't want to look at it. You're failing to see it because you're scared. Something inside of you has some major fear, buddy. Bill Gates isn't someone to fear. He's someone you should be putting into jail if he's bad. Is Bill Gates bad? The things I mentioned about Epstein, his wife, do you think he's bad? He owns all the farmland, bud. Do you think he's bad? He's genetically modifying insects. And deaths are occurring because of insect bites. Do you think he's a good guy, bud? Hey, this lab-grown meat thing, do you really think it's a good thing? Hey, the Hawaii thing's looking really bad, eh? Like, have you seen like their little town meetups and stuff like that? They're like starting to know that the mayor's dirty. They're asking some real serious questions. Like, we all need to ask these questions there, little me. Everything's on fire, bud. Do you not get it? No trees. No wood. no supplies for housing. Trees will be precious after this. Do you know why? They make it so we can breathe. You know what I mean? We could stop all this though, little me. We could stop it. Do you know that hemp, it gives out a lot of oxygen? And hemp, you can build houses with this stuff, man. Houses and paper and all sorts of things, clothing. Do you know, this is what I heard. I don't know if it's true or not, but way back in the day when they banned cannabis, it wasn't the cannabis so much. It wasn't the marijuana that they were worried about. It was the hemp, because it would have taken down the forestry industry and they would have lost money there. And pretty lame, eh? So there, the elites, instead of using hemp, decided money was more important than what would have served the people better. Maybe we could have hemp straws too, because I'm really tired of the straw situation, little me. I'm really tired of it. And I heard that the paper ones are actually toxic. Did you hear that? I don't know if it's true or not. I heard that. They're kind of a pain in the ass, and I don't really enjoy them. But maybe we could have hemp straws. Maybe we could have like farmers who just have like these big fields of stuff again. And who knows, eh? Maybe we could change things, eh, little me? Or do you like being driven by a system that fucking hates you and wants you dead? And you want to come after me and talk to me about hay on my hat? You're such a loser, bud. You're a loser. Anybody who's your friend is a fucking loser too. Anybody who thinks that you're a fucking man to be admired, don't even talk to me. I don't want anything to do with you. Like, if little me can't see that he has some fucking inner problems, like, dude, let's be honest. I've been telling you from the fucking start. Everything's recorded. All your lies that you told, all your bullshit, every little fucking stupid thing you've ever done against me and other people is recorded for everybody to see. I'm not a liar. You know I'm not a liar. You know that when I call you a piece of shit, you know you're a piece of shit because you're not willing to defend your children. You know the WEF's a problem. Like, are you a fucking actor? Like, am I in a fucking bad movie where you guys are just acting? Like, is this real? Is this how real parents should fucking act? When someone shows them a problem that's coming for their children, and there's no future for Earth if there's no fucking children. Like, come on. And Bill Gates. Let's get back on that horse dongle again. Like, listen. This guy is funding all of this. Like, he's throwing money at it. Like, why would he do that? Because he's a humane person. A humane person that got divorced because of Epstein. His wife said so. It's not my words, little me. You need to start thinking inside of your brain, thinking, why would Mrs. Gates say that she... What? They also asked her, how often did Bill hang out with? Asked her, you'd have to ask Bill. You'd have to ask Bill. So when we go to ask Bill, we feel I'm a cupcake fucking journalist. That his buddy's own. Do you get the fucking picture yet? You've been deceived, everybody. Everybody, you're deceived. Bill Gates laughs at us. Like, listen, ask Bill Gates. Manifesting is real. Like, hey, little me, did you know that he has like stories about how a civil war is going to break out? Did you know that? He just loves predicting things and having them come true. What is like the only thing? Because you guys are all pussies. You guys are never going to stand up for yourselves. So you're all waiting for Trump to come save you. Maybe that would be the one thing that could start a civil war, and they know it. Because they pushed you on every other level, and fucking you passed with flying colors as far as being mind comped. Because like I said, ask Gutfeld. He's in the circle. He hears more about what's on that laptop. Why do the people not know? And why, if that man received money from China, is he still fucking running the country? Are you kidding me? Who are the retards? Is it the Canadians or is it the Americans? I don't know. I think we're both a little retarded, actually, but if I'm being honest. Because there's parents just like you in Canada. Can you believe that, little me? Oh, man. This is brutal. I'm just bringing you love. Straight on truth, bud. That's what she's all about. That's what the Great Awakening's all about. Coming to the truth. Jesus is real, I think, bud. I think he was real. Because that's the thing. Like, Jesus of Israel. Do you think Israel is the Israel that we talk about? Or do you think Jesus is real because you only have what is real with the truth? Only through the truth can you know what is real, right? And only through the truth can you get to true love. And that's with God the Father. See, you guys all try and make me feel like a fucking piece of shit, like I'm some sort of crazy person, when I actually feel love from God, and you guys want to make me try and feel fucking stupid about something like that. When all I ever did was ask for help over and over again. Even little Tax put it on his fucking video. Like, he looks like a fucking tool, bad. He does look like a fucking tool. You don't even know it yet. But anyways, there's a whole bunch of fake fucks out there. I tell you all the time. Now, I'm going to do another video today. It's not really going to be for you, little me. It's going to be straight on for Marwood Metal Fabrication. These fucktards sent me a letter, so I'm going to read the letter, and then I'm going to let them know how I'm doing, exactly how I'm doing, and let's see if Marwood Metal wants to help me. But anyways, nobody knows what's real anymore, but I just go with my heart. And I think that these two gentlemen here, like, I'm going to be honest with you. I was watching this video. Was it a coincidence? I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? Anyways, I was watching this video one time. And it was, I believe, a British fella. I probably might have saved it or something. This was a while back. And he mentioned that Trudeau was probably going to go out of office. Right? And that the Canadian people would pick a new prime minister. But it wouldn't be like the regular people that we have to choose from. It would be from another gentleman who feels ill sometimes, but will step up to the plate. So in my head, I'm thinking Jordan Peterson, right? I'm thinking, and who better would be to ask to run our country than Jordan Peterson? Now, everybody says, well, not everybody. Really stupid people say he's like chauvinistic and stuff like that. You'd have to watch the videos. I think he's a man of God. I think he's always willing to learn more. And he's actually scared of hell. He's scared of failure. And that's someone, those are the kind of people we need running our countries, little me, are afraid of God. But at the same time, not afraid of God, afraid of hell. But at the same time, we always know that we're going to try and do the right things. So there's no need to fear hell. Because we have the love of God. as long as we move forward and try and do the right things. And coming to the realization when we do the wrong things. Because we're not perfect, little me. Not at all. But you like to think that you are, bud. Anyways, we're always confused on who to believe anymore. Like I said, Jordan Peterson, I think, would make a good prime minister. Second of all, listen, you know how I talk about the WEF and what a fucking bunch of douchebags they are and how they want to run the world? Well, Jordan Peterson works with a group that, well, wants to do a reset as well, but for the people. So I'd be interested into hearing what that's for. Because, like, it'd be so easy to change the systems. Hey, banks, bye. Hey, insurance companies, bye. Hey, banks, hey, we the people, we own that. Hey, all you sons of bitches who think that you own the oil fields and you think that you can use all the resources, meanwhile God intended them to be for the people, not just a few individuals. And guess what? We the people say, hey, enjoy your lives, enjoy your houses, everything you got. The oil's ours now. It belongs to us. Those are our natural resources. We as Canadians own those. And what would you Americans do, little me? Huh? What would you do to change the world, little me? What are you doing to change the world? What kind of ideas do you have? You got to have a few, right? What would you change in the world, little me? If you had a genie, what would you wish for? Would you wish for all the things for yourself? Would you want to be Klaus Schwab? Would you want to run the world? Huh? Well, if you become a good little manifester like Billy Gates, and you steal and you connive and you do whatever, I mean, he didn't even, like, it's all he ever did to get where he is. He didn't create anything. He bought and stole ideas and made sure no one else could be in a market. And you like being lying and deceiving and lying. You could do it, buddy. You could do it. Could you be as good as Billy? I don't know, man. Would you be as nasty as Billy? Would you be going to hang out on islands like Billy? Like, if you had power and control, would you want to dominate people? Is that what you would want? You'd want them to be hurt? Depopulate them? Anyways, this is little me. I don't know who you are. I just want you to become a better person, and that's why I'm showing you all this love. Little truth bombs. Love bombing you. I want you to listen to this because I've heard a lot of stuff about Jim Caviezel, but I don't know. The other side doesn't talk like this, man. Anyway, in case you don't know, this is Jordan.
Now, you said that you turned to God, so to speak, to protect yourself against false representations of evil, but also in some ways to shield yourself. And it sounds to me reminiscent of what Tim's superiors mentioned to him when they said to him that his faith might protect him from what was. Okay, go ahead, Tim.
This is the best interview I've ever had in my life. I love your line of questioning and getting to what is real. My job.
Probably because it's two men of God that have open minds and are willing to communicate with one another for a good purpose.
Is to give what I know to be absolutely certain and real. I hooked into Tim as a childlike quality to him, and I stay with that innocence, and don't take that innocence as weakness. So when I read the scripture, I feel truth, good, evil, and I find the good.
See, it's all about the truth and finding the good and taking the evil and showing the truth. Because if you show the evil the truth sometimes, Maybe it'll find out it's evil and then it wants to be truthful and, well, doesn't want to be evil anymore.
And let that just pierce the darkness. And it has to pierce. And I know what that light is.
It's gonna pierce.
And I know that deception.
I know what that light is.
When I start hearing about,
I know the deception
for example,
too.
in your life, when there's two masters here. One is from the evil, wicked side, but it comes in through your ego. And the other one is the light side that tells you what you might not want to hear, but you ought.
Do you hear that, little me? What you might not want to fucking hear. The whole world's gonna hear what it might not want to hear, but it's what it has to hear, little me. Do you understand that? If the world's not willing to face that it's evil, how could you not want to protect your children? How could you be scared of a bunch of pansies just because they have money? Are you for real? No, you're not. I am, buddy. I'm willing to face my fears and go against the whole world to show it.
And it's not manipulative. It's truth. So I go to that side. Then I pray. Then I go through it. Like the Passion of the Christ.
And let me tell you something. I love God. I look at it as my Abba, and I don't want to disappoint him. So he knows in my heart I feel this is real. So if it's not real, I'm willing to accept that as well. So either way, I'm in a good place if this ends. I'm just trying to help people when I can, little me.
Shroud of Turin. And there were two men, Christian Tinsley and Keith Vanderlyn, who were experts in makeup. And both of these men were agnostic. And they looked at the shroud that Mel Gibson presented to them, and one particular way, the way it is through the negative, however they were able to show it, you can see the track lines of Jesus. You can see the actual bamboo sticks that they used to initially hit him, and then you see the cat of nine.
Can you imagine what Jesus would have went through for us? And they say it's God's sacrifice. I don't think so. Those men sacrificed him, not God. God didn't make the decision for those men to sacrifice his son. Nothing happens unless you make it happen. So maybe he knew it was going to happen, but his intentions were never to have his son sacrificed, I don't think. Was to show the world. And the world rejected him. Beat the shit out of him. Hung him up on the cross. Even if he was just a normal man. And he said the things that he did. Why would you want to hang a man? Why would you want to sacrifice a man like that? I don't know. I just don't get it.
The track lines, they look like the Grand Canyon in your skin. And it shocked them. Now, these guys look at everything from decapitations, murders, and everything. Prior to this, I did a movie a long time ago in New York, and I was with Homicide, and I got to see the contortion of a face when someone gets murdered, and it's hard to watch. But when you start going into this, which is children, there is something that I can't even fathom, even with the protection of Almighty God, because it took me 2 years.
You know why? Because you got to have those thoughts in your fucking head. You got to know that children are being hurt every day. And that motherfuckers like you, little me, are too fucking pussified to fucking do something to make the change. And it pisses you off when you're in a world that fucking you can't understand, because you think and you know in your heart that fucking helping children is the right thing to do. And Everyone has come against me for that. So fuck you, little me. You're in trouble. Your brain's gonna rattle. You're in big, big trouble. I'm just trying to give you some big truths right now. Your fucking brain, like, how can you even consider yourself to be human? Like, this is just isn't for you, little me. This is for everybody who has the children and tells me that WEF is real. You're not real if you're not going after your children. And fake people probably don't go to heaven. That's the easiest way I can say it. If you're currently not standing up, or if you know that your children are in trouble and you just kind of mumble around in your head and just like, nothing I can do, wait to vote for Polyev or wait to vote for Trump, instead of fucking doing it for ourselves.
To get over this. 2 years, a friend of mine, Debbie, came into the room, and at around 3 o'clock in the middle of the night, I was in a chair, and she heard me just weeping. Now, I would go into these black holes, and I have no idea, I don't remember it, but this was all of the screaming that I had to hear. I didn't want to hear it, but I had to hear it. And then I was able to transform that into the movie that you just saw when I asked Alejandro Monteverdi to move our DP to take it and show him my eyeball so you would see a 20-foot eye to see what Tim goes through to rip his heart out. Now, it's not like this is what I want to experience any more than I want to get on a cross and have my heart.
He's willing to accept the truth. That's what he wants. He wants the truth. So he knows exactly how to feel.
I went through hypothermia. I had to have open heart surgery. I was electrocuted, struck by lightning. I understand the necessity of what I was going to have to go through could help bring people back to God, to wake them up. And quite frankly, more people now, Jordan, are more afraid of the devil than they are of God because they want.
That's the truth, little me. You're nestled up. You and all your friends are all nestled up nicely with Daddy the Devil. I'd let him go. I'd let him go. Don't fear God neither. Don't fear anything. Know that you're doing the right thing to help your children and give them a future before it's too late. It's coming, little me. And you're failing to see it. Your operating system isn't connecting to hear. I ask everybody to search their heart and figure out if the children are something that we should be standing up for and going after the news and making them give us the right information and letting them know if they don't, they're going to be severely punished for treason because they are making an illusion for the rest of their countrymen to follow a narrative that does not benefit them. If the news is right, they have nothing to hide. But I'm telling you, if you go after them, they're going to be scared as fuck. And I don't care if it's Fox News, CNN News, CBC, NBC. We are all being deceived because these fuck faces have all the money and all the power. And they determine what goes into your brain holes. It's time to start looking for yourself for the answers and not being expected just to believe everybody anymore. Wake up. Wake up, everybody. Wake up. Your time's running out. You got a choice to make right shortly, little me. Are you gonna stand up for your children and at least have a chance? Or are you gonna fucking cower like a little bitch and take a fucking chip in the hand